Hey everyone, today is day 3 post-op. I'm in my recliner again, as you guys can see. Um, I don't remember if I did post before or after the situation happened last night. Um, I was getting ready to get up and go to the bathroom. I had to kind of get my bearings, get the strength to be able to get up and onto the crutches because of how low this recliner is. Well, yesterday or last night, my partner was getting ready to take the dogs out. Spike got a little hyper, and he literally hit my foot and literally bounced it. The splint doesn't hold it completely straight. It has some give to it a little bit. It's pretty normal for splints. But it was enough to cause me going from a 12 over 10 pain to over a 50 over 10 pain. And I had to call the on-call, thinking, okay, it's going to be a different doctor, not thinking it's going to be my doctor on call. Well, found out that it's my on-call. My doctor was on call. I talked to him, let him know what happened. He goes, well, if he's too hyper, you need to keep him away. I'm like, usually he's been really good about not getting near me, or at least near my foot when it's down, when I'm trying to get up and down. I think it was just a once in a million chance that this happened, because I've had knee surgeries and he's done really good. Up until last night, he's done really good about not being near the foot, or he lays on that side of the foot and watches to make sure I'm okay. Speaking of which, Troublemaker's right here. Ozzy's right here. They both still are by my side at all times. So I'm literally just crying and crying and crying and crying because the pain is so bad. So my partner grabbed my wheelchair, thinking, okay, my doors should be wide enough for a normal standard size wheelchair. Barely can get it in and out of my bedroom door. Can't even get into my bathroom. So he pulled me back out of the doorway, went into the bathroom, pulled me in, and then he literally kind of like held me up, and I held onto him as I hopped over to the bathroom, to the toilet. And then we did the same thing going back to the wheelchair. The hall is so narrow that it's hard to turn the wheelchair to, which is not right. So we got me back in the recliner, got me elevated as we're sitting here waiting for the doctor to call. And we immediately put the ice packs that are made for backs, that Pearls or whatever you want to call them, the ice packs I have. We put it lengthwise down my calf and then across the top of my foot and ankle. And so when I was talking to him, like I said, he had suggested keeping Spike away, which normally Spike's really good. And I explained that to him, like, he's my service dog. He normally is really good about it. And like, he literally flipped out, as soon as he realized what happened. And he's been trained to comfort me. And then he's like, okay, well, as long as you're not bleeding through your bandaging and dressing, and you don't take your bandaging and dressing off, we should be okay. I'm like, I haven't even touched the bandaging and dressing. It's still exactly how you had it when I came out of surgery. He's like, okay. And I said, thank you for the splint, because it's a lot easier for me to ice and a lot easier to keep control of the pain. He explained that once he got the dressing and everything on, that the actual cast boot would not fit. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. My feet and legs are a little bit more swollen than they were 16 years ago. I said, but it's allowing me to ice a lot easier. And I explained what we were doing with the ice packs, and he was like, that's really smart. I said, yeah, so it's not just at the back of my knee. It's literally going all the way down to help. So he goes, go ahead and keep doing that. Keep it elevated. Keep it icing, alternating your pain medication and your ibuprofen, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to be taking my ibuprofen. Took it at almost 9, I think. So I'll take it again about 3 or 4. Anyways, and he's just like, keep doing what you're doing. if you start seeing blood coming out to the side of the dressing or you can see it, call back, meet me at the ER. Because then that means I torn my stitches. So far, we're not seeing any of that. And I've been following exactly to the letter of what he told me to do last night. We kept an eye on it until we went to bed last night, and we went to bed about midnight. And I slept through my alarm to take my pain medication. So now I'm playing a little bit of catch up. But pain level right now is about a 9 out of 10 compared to what it could be had I slept through all alarms. I woke up and took my ibuprofen at 5. I had to get up and go pee anyways. But he's also said, Monday, we're going to do an x-ray, make sure everything looks good, the bone looks good from where we did that part of the surgery and the screws and da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well, I kind of figured that. He goes, if the swelling is down enough, then we may put you in the cast boot. Okay. It's a reasonable assumption. If not, he'll resplint it. It's not reasonable. Not for me. And then 2 weeks from that, and he's also going to check for infection and do you want me to come to Christine's christening? All of that. If there's infection, immediate round of antibiotics, again, which I've already figured that much. If the swelling's not down, we're going to resplint it up like this until I go back in on the 8th of April. And we'll continue following protocols, do what we're doing. Hopefully by then I'm able to manage the crutches a little bit easier. Yeah, it's been an interesting few days that way. But I have been working on contracts for some things, which I can't wait to announce. I'm actually excited to announce. Working on Missy's Afghan. Talked to my oldest daughter who had surgery on the 1st. She ended up in the ER the night before I went in for surgery due to an infection in her foot and her incision opening up. So Shelly, if you watch this, you need to listen to your doctor a little bit better, or I'm going to be coming out to Wyoming and kicking your hiney all the way back home. We've even talked about her possibly coming home. We're still packing and moving. We're still looking for places to move to that are close so I can do 50-50 custody with my ex-husband. I'm eating. My husband's making sure my partner's making sure I'm eating. And I spoke with the kids this morning about the fact that I have a donor tendon in my foot. And I explained what a donor tendon is and how that comes to be. And I asked them, like, do you want to write thank you notes to the family? And, my ex-husband's hearing me ask the kids this. I said, you can just put your initials. That's fine. They don't need to know who you are. You can say thank you, for helping my mom, making the decision to help my mom, da 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 da. So we're going to do the letters next week. My partner and I are making letters and cards as well, and I'm thinking of sending a gift to the family of the donor. Perhaps because the victim was someone I do feel connected to the donor. What do you think in a way. I feel truly blessed that this is going to improve my life. I'm actually excited for the possibilities of what this is going to do for me. And like the surgeon said, this will be a huge decrease of a failure because the fact it's not my tendon. It's not a tendon that's being affected by EDS. So, I just wanted to post an update. I'm sorry it's so long. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and finish eating my leftover from dinner last night. We had pizza. And then I'm going to either game or I'm going to do something. Just kind of bide my time until it's time to take meds again. And try to kind of come up with a menu for the next week or so. That way it's easier on my partner. We love you guys.